Usually I use porcelain clay fired in a kiln. This time I'm using air dry clay. This is a great alternative if you don't have a kiln. You can squash the clay or use a rolling pin. Covering the clay with cling film will give a cleaner edge. Make sure you press down hard. Gently remove the cling film and excess clay. You now have a great base for textures. I use these ball-headed tools a lot. You could use the end of a paintbrush instead. You can use the tool for many textures. Here I'm simply following the edge of the circle. I then add another circle within the first. I firmly press the tool into the clay. Lots of close together dots to form a line. You could use this method in any pattern. To add more detail, I use a small wooden knife. Making indentations along each groove. I carefully angle the tool so it points to the centre of the circle. Take time to enjoy the process. If you don't have a wooden knife tool, you could use a small knife from the kitchen. To make a hole for hanging, the neatest way is to use a straw. Press it in firmly, not too near the edge. Twist it to cut out a small plug of clay. Along the same lines, I make a meandering pattern with the tool. Sometimes I need to go over it again to neaten it up. I'm just filling the space with pattern. You could add more than one pattern to a piece. Again, I add more texture with the small knife. There are 2 rows of lines along each groove. Imagining a line down the centre and cutting out to the edge of the groove. There are so many patterns you could make, or different shapes to cut out. Or different ways of colouring the clay. Lots of ways to make it your own. The finishing touches. Again, a straw or other small tube cuts a neat hole for a hanging cord. Dry the pieces flat with the light book on top. The clay might walk without the book. The clay dries very white. Finish with a loop of cord. You could add a bead, a bow or a bell too. Have fun playing.